Let's look at the presentation that we'll go through today, and we're going to look at the book of Galatians, chapter 5. In Galatians chapter 5, and we'll begin in verse 22, Paul writes, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, benevolence, goodness, belief, meekness, self-control. Against the things of this kind there is not law." So here in these verses we read that Paul explains that the gift of Holy Spirit, which is within all holy people, is able to produce fruit, to be able for each holy person to partake of its fruit at any time. The fruit of or from the Spirit, that is the Spirit within you, the Spirit's fruit, that which is produced by the Holy Spirit life within all holy people, the produce belonging to, pertaining to, and proceeding from the Spirit is. So the fruit of or from the Spirit is love, and this is God's kind of love. You can refer to 1 Corinthians chapter 14 for a lot of information regarding God's kind of love. Also, the fruit of or from the Spirit includes joy, rejoicing, the state of elation or enjoyment because of receiving something good ultimately from God. That's what joy is, true joy. Peace. Peace is tranquil harmony, tranquility, peaceful wholeness, without any strife or disagreement. Patience, that is long-suffering, long forbearance towards or with others, long-temperedness. Benevolence. Benevolence is kindness, or supplying what is appropriately needed for use in specific situations. Also included in the fruit of or from the Spirit is goodness, the quality of that which issues from God. God is the good, and He issues His essence of goodness, setting the standard to be conformed to by others, being perfectly admirable from God's point of view. Also included in the fruit of or from the Spirit is belief or faith, the information that God makes known to have confidence in, with assured certainty and surety, what God gives us to believe, to have faith in, to trust. That fruit is always available. Meekness, that is tender receptiveness or receptivity towards God and the things of God. Self-control, being strong within oneself, mastery or dominion over oneself, exerting inner force, effecting power and exercising strength in oneself. This comes from the fruit of the Spirit. And Paul also writes, "Against the things of this sort, or in a downward direction against, as though opposing, contrary to such things there is not law." Not even one law contained in the whole law of Moses would be against the fruit of or from the Spirit. There is no law spoken or written by God prescribed against any of this fruit of the Spirit. Also, it is worth noting here that the gift of Holy Spirit is not producing works, as the flesh is manifesting its works. You see, works are associated with the worker, expecting to receive the appropriate reward or compensation for the results of his working, for his works, whereas fruit is available to be received after the work is completed. It is the reward or the compensation in evidence for work done previously. Works can be worked even though the worker may not be in alignment with the works he's doing, whereas fruit is only produced in agreement with the one producing it. In this context, we're talking about the fruit that comes from the Spirit, the gift of Holy Spirit within a holy person, a true Christian. And the singular form of the word fruit is used. It does not say fruits of the Spirit. It says fruit. It's not plural, because the Holy Spirit makes or produces fruit in accordance with what it is itself. The singular form emphasizes that the Spirit cannot produce fruit that is different to its own essence. The 9 qualities with the resulting effects of the fruit that the Spirit produces are available to all holy people all of the time. Every holy person or true Christian has freedom of will to partake of this fruit of the Spirit. It's like picking an apple, which is the fruit from an apple tree, and eating it. Thus, you receive and partake of its nourishment, so as to live and benefit from that fruit. When we partake of the fruit of or from the Spirit, we receive the full effects of that fruit, and then we are able to live our everyday lives utilizing the effects of that fruit.